went into this knowing that I had CF and knowing that the possibility of having kids was never a very good possibility of never being there. And we went different routes. We went foster care, and then we came across this and just decided to try it and see what happened. And when the possibility was there, it became more of a possibility. It got exciting, but it didn't really hit home until Emma was born. That it really changed how you look at everything. It's completely changed how you look at everything.
Emma is our oldest, so she's bubbly and a people person and just a lover of all things and all people. And then Molly is just humorous and funny, and I don't know, she just does anything to get a laugh or a giggle, and loves her sister so much, and Emma loves Molly so much. They're best friends. They're like so different. They're just polar opposites, but they work so well together, don't they? They play so well together. It's so neat. We were headed, to the beach, and we had dropped my dogs off to my parents' house for them to watch. Yeah, it was my dad, and was like, tell her, I told my mom, was like, tell them what we saw on the news last night, and told us this whole story about how someone had shared embryo adoption. And I was like, well, that's great. We're not interested in that. And so they were like, oh yeah, it was a neat story. And I was like, okay. And so for this 8, 9, 10-hour trip, I don't know how long we were driving, we just started watching all the videos on NEDC, all the videos on the news, all the videos on their site, on YouTube. July or August that I came home and we were standing in the kitchen, and I looked at Benji and I was like, I can't quit thinking about it. I can't get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my heart. And I was like, I think we need to do it. And he said the same thing. I remember the day that we did the appointment prior to the transfer. I remember standing up the front, and there was a thing there that said, would you like to share your story or whatever? And I remember thinking, if this works out and if they ask me to share my story, I will absolutely share our story, because I feel like that I owe it to someone else, because someone did that for me. We still talk about it. Like, it's just so wild that this is our lives. And so, like, international news, like, it's a big deal to so many people, but for us, the big deal was that we had a newborn, not once, but twice. And so that was, like, we remember that time more than we remember anything, more than, like, all the interviews and everything. We were elated to share. We had a baby, and we didn't think we ever would. Like, it was just, I don't know. That's what I remember about it.
Emma, the first interview in that morning, we realized that Emma did not sleep at all that night. So we were just wore out.
We were so exhausted.
And then it was just a long day in general, the first day.
A lot of interviews and a lot of people that didn't know that we had adopted an embryo that were calling us, I didn't know you did that. And then, I don't know, it was a sweet time. Like, we look back on it and we enjoyed being able to share that with people.
It's worth a shot. Just try it. I mean, that's what it boiled down to for us. We just had to shooting in the dark. We just had to try it and see what happened. Because we were literally, like she said, we were all in on adoption and ready to go with it, but it just wasn't working out.
For us, like, looking back on it, we prayed a lot about it, and just because something is uncomfortable and different doesn't mean it's bad. It can be so good. And to say that we were uncomfortable is like an understatement. Like, we were like, this is crazy. We don't know anyone that has done this. So when he says shooting in the dark, that's what he means. Like, it just seems so far-fetched.